Is the abandonment syndrome similar to PTSD of abandonment?
Abandonment syndrome and PTSD of abandonment, to some regard, are they're synonymous terms. But I use different terms to help people out in the world feel comfortable with recognizing that abandonment has played a role in their overall functioning in their emotional life. And a lot of people don't feel comfortable with the word trauma. They don't identify with that word because it suggests that they're a victim, that it pathologizes them. It's too dramatic a term. And other people appreciate hearing the word trauma because it validates the fact that they have had experiences that left a mark and that they are still struggling with the impact of these things. So, um, in in childhood, you can have grown up in a family where one of the parents was very critical. Maybe one of the parents was narcissistic or borderline or alcoholic or ill in some way. And you can have a lot of disappointment, little moments of disconnection, discombobulation. You can grow up in a family where there was a lot of chaos. You were in different foster homes, perhaps, or you one of your parents left because of a divorce situation. There, it could be growing up in a family just where there was a lot of personality stuff going on with your parents arguing and fighting and different issues going on. But the term trauma helps to validate the fact that these things affected you in a way that lasted because it's trauma. It happened to a part of the brain, its development. It actually happened within your emotional brain that, if you know a little bit about the science, it happened and was recorded in the amygdala and becomes part of conditioning, emotional conditioning. And, it becomes part of our motivation and what causes us to perform or have performance anxiety. It affects the choices we make in other people. So the term trauma speaks to that very clearly because it suggests that there's lasting impact of these experiences. But the term syndrome also speaks to that something is in there muddying up the works. So it's a matter of using enough terminology that's broad enough and that really helps people understand that they're dealing with a very human topic that we all share, abandonment. And it's important that they begin to see that it has affected them in some way, because that is the beginning of healing. Of course, we have many tools for helping to propel that growth and recovery. Um, but it is very important to sort of begin to tune into that part of yourself, because once you do, you're actually entering into a kind of recovery.